Okay. Final day. Or I should say the final stretch. Oh, come on. You don't do me like that? Oh my goodness. My dashboard was like, oh, we're just gonna get killed real quick. Hope you don't mind. I gotta pop out my chat again. Gotta go through whole process. All right. So we got the Terramite. In one of the most silly ways possible. Avoiding almost every single fight, I believe. Except for the required fights. Which was incredibly entertaining, might add. And then we just left. Avoiding all the other fights again. So, that was nice. I thought there was going to be enemies right there. How long do you plan on playing for? I'm hoping to finish the game tonight. I mean, if this is gonna run on, you know, 6 hours or something like that, I'll probably get exhausted. But let's just double check here. I'm at 80% story done. I'm anticipating 4 hours to beat this. I'm hoping it's less. But once I beat the game is when I'll call it quits. For tonight, anyways. Here. Oh, cool. You're stuck at the very, very end. The very, very end. No spoilers from me though, so don't worry. Okay, I appreciate that. It's not very often that I get spoiled, but I appreciate the generosity I get. I'll also add that I think I've gotten over my saltiness of the patrol credits 10% ago. I wasn't too happy about that. Now I just don't really seem to care all that much. I mean, the end of the game is in sight. No problem. I happen to see a lot in Telltale games. Users hop in and just drop the ending. Yeah. Yeah. Or I feel bad for those streamers. As a viewer, I just don't have the chat open for those games. I still need to watch the very last Batman one, actually. Yeah, you were expecting like maybe one more fight post credits. That's not the case. Oh, Van left the party. Get out of here. Galdra. My squad. Well, let's just kill things. That was probably not the most optimal. Oh, I missed it. You were trolled by the credits in Salty too? It's a horrible thing for me to say that I'm happy about that, but I'm not. All coming back to me right now. I'm not salty that the game has more content after the credits. What I'm salty about is that the game kicks you to the title screen like the game is over. And you could just stop playing right there. and never know that there's more game left. And that is what just gets to me the most. It's infuriating to just think about that as a game design decision. You know, like, why not go straight into the new content? You know, credits end, new content rolls. I wouldn't have any problem with that. Other than me just giving my entire thoughts on the game, you know, on the troll credits and not the actual credits. And it's gonna make for a very awkward YouTube viewing. It's like, well, you know, he's already given his thoughts on the game. Okay, so can I grab anything else or anybody that I care about? I would really like Resurrect, but that's just not going to happen. So, yeah. Who knows, you can get trolled again, where at the end you think it's the ending. I want to believe that that's not the case, but it is possible. I just know you just know you got annihilated and spent most of the day grinding to level up. What level were you when you were, I guess, at the end game content? I think I'm level 45-ish, give or take a level or two. Talk to some people here. I'm sure he made it. What are you talking about? What did you do? Roughly 51-ish, grinded to 56. Haven't used your Sprite Knight and skills to their fullest in a sec. I'll check what level I am at in a second here. I want to say I'm 47. Here we go. I think I called this that this was going to be another dungeon. And of course Van, you know, just leaves my party. Not like I was using him and had, you know, some really good Sprite Knight on him. Let me see, 48. 47 and 48 is what I'm at. I want to say I'm in decent shape. What the heck is that? Oh. Ooh, I just barely got that one. Shadow, Gale Force. Like, you don't think you have any momentum? Think of what it's called, assigned to anyone but Kanata? Really? How are you getting away with that? There's that was momentum is basically the big draw to the combat for me. It's kind of crazy to think that you've ignored it for such a long time. Yeah, okay, most people are weak to that. I don't have fire, so I don't have the AoE that I want here. This guy's not dead yet? Oh, okay, that guy's dead. You're not getting away very well. That's why you got wasted. Fair enough. You just got sublimation. You've only ever gotten that like 2 times the entire game. It's been really off and on when I get it, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to trigger something specific to get it, or if I'm just supposed to just use the skills as often as possible. Okay. It's like, I don't know if this is good enough. Wait. Oh, I missed that momentum. Damn it, not having momentum, it just opens up so many combos. I'm starting to think, like, how did you get past some of the really, really obnoxious boss fights without momentum on your characters? Okay, so that just looped back around. What party setup were you using out of curiosity? Turn around. Nope, not you, the other one. What? That wasn't a back attack? How was that possible? Oh, that bull crap. Get out of here with that. You're acing all of the artifacts, and the paradigm drive skill that Kanata and Dianto use called Absolute basically makes you invincible for 4 turns. Most of them using Kanata, Locke, Obaro, and Dianto. Okay. I don't even know what glint does, but we're just gonna do it. We force. My main party for a while was actually Kanata, Lumina, Galdra, and Van. But I just altered my party a little bit because I was running into a lot of enemies, in particular one of the most recent boss fights where they were immune to melee damage basically, or null damage. And that was really obnoxious. So I swapped in Obaro just in case I ran into that again. And Lumina has just been amazing this entire time. I really, really like Lumina. We'll just do that. Oh, I missed that. You only just found out Locke has some move, you can't remember the name, but you can use an item as an AoE. So you can use an X potion for all 4 party members at once. That sounds... Oh, I think I just picked that up. Yours for the longest was Kanata, Van, Galdra, and just swapped out 4th randomly. I used Dianto for a while. I stopped using him because he's just so slow. But for the same token, I did use him for the... I don't remember which boss fight it was specifically. There was a boss fight that I had just done. There was so much AoE damage that I had to use him with his Scarecrow ability. Go ahead and fight these. I get them all? Get them all? No. Actually. Yes, we can. We can. He's slow, but his buffs are great. His buffs are pretty good. I will give you that. You hate the enemies that explode? I hate the bosses that explode. I haven't died to an exploding boss yet, or gotten what I would assume would be a game over yet from that, but I've gotten pretty close. And oh hey, we get this puzzle again. We got 7 this time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Try this. Okay. This puzzle is so weird because it doesn't work the way I want it to. You know, like, I figured, you know, like, oh, you know, you gotta activate all the blocks to be green so that you can activate the puzzle. But no, you just activate 7 of them and that's it. Really, really weird. Oh, this place looks exactly the same. I bet you there's nothing over here, just like all the other ones. Actually, no, there was a treasure chest last time. It was inside the memories where there wasn't any. Same, you haven't gotten it, but you've gotten very close. The ultimate saltiness will happen if that happens. Not looking forward to that at all. In most of the bosses, there was one boss that did it, and I was like, oh man, you know, that sucks. Almost died of that, but you know, whatever. And like almost every other boss after that has been exploding. It's got me worried. There's Van. Watch. Alright. I'm gonna call this right now. Van's gonna rejoin my party, but he's gonna kick out the very top person, which happens to be Kanata. Out of curiosity, Bitrate, what do you think of the game as a whole? The king was wounded. The king? Oh, that guy. That guy. You're in the minority, but you love it. And you loved Setsuna as well? Alright. Bought this one as a physical copy on PS4. I bought this one as a digital copy. I wanted to get a physical copy for the Switch, but you had to go through the Square Enix store, and I didn't want to go through that whole process, so I just bought it on the PS4 digitally. I didn't want to buy it digitally on my Switch because the Switch doesn't have a whole lot of storage on it. I don't have an SD card for it. You can understand how people wouldn't like it though. I've mentioned it quite a few times. I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's an average game. It doesn't do anything great. It doesn't stand out, I guess, is maybe the best way to do it. In a sea of RPGs, you know, you could play Lost Sphear, or you could play a myriad of Final Fantasy games, and the quality difference between those games is pretty extensive. But there's several things that I like about the game. So I'm okay with that. If I hated the game, I'd stop playing the game. I'll say that. Yeah, the Square Enix store is extremely lame. Just wanted to go through Amazon, but for this one, you decided to go ahead and do it. It came a few days late. See, that doesn't fly. Can't be having that happen. Wait, was the king doing battle too? We're setting up. Well, actually, we didn't come across a save point, which means that there's probably not going to be a boss fight here. Get him to a hospital. You know that your town is overrun by monsters right now. How are you gonna get him to a hospital? I ain't gonna escort you. I'll leave the king to you. It's kind of your fault that the king got injured, man. I'm trying to remember the other Crom fight. I think that was the fight where I used Dianto. It was because he had that move that that he would fly up into the air and then fly again, or become untargetable after that, and then fly across the screen again and then land, and was just doing so much damage. Had to use Dianto to beat him. The Dianto cheese. You think the nostalgia feel is what draws you in, and most people and probably you as well, or me as well. You just try and think about very classic turn-based JRPGs these days, and there's not very many you know of. That's fair. That's very fair. They're all way too actiony, if that makes sense. Like Bravely Default was great, and the team's new game project Octopath demo was fun. But other than that, even the Final Fantasy ones are too actiony for you. That makes a ton of sense. Because Final Fantasy 15, for example, that game is like the action, you just go in, you know? It's fast paced. And a lot of RPGs nowadays are kind of going in that direction, where they want a more active battle. Turn-based is kind of phasing out. Kind of phasing out. Don't get you started on the Tales series, 99% dialogue. Oh man. Oh man. I'm actually a Tales fan myself. Although I'm gonna throw out the caveat out there. There are plenty of awful things in the Tales games. But my favorite game, or I have two favorite games, and they're both tied for number one. But one of them is Tales of Symphonia. That's one of the best games that I've ever played. I like that game a lot. I generally don't mind dialogue heavy games. That's fine. I want to be engaged, I guess, in the story and what's happening. And if I'm not engaged, then I'm not gonna like the dialogue, basically. Like for example, Tales of Xillia 2. I haven't beaten that game. I set that game down because I was playing rehashed content from the very first Tales of Xillia. And that bugs the crap out of me. I hate that so much. It's a great way to save money, great way to save assets and things like that. But I just can't go through the same content in a different game with, you know, like a different story, which is one of the things that is hurting. I don't want to say my interest, because I'm gonna play this game eventually, but it's one of the things that keeps pushing back the Trails in the Sky game for me. It's because I already know that every single one of those games is backtracking on all the areas that you go in on the first game, the exception of, you know, like, you know, 2 or 3 brand new areas per game. That doesn't excite me. I know I just saved, but you know, gotta keep saving. Where to next? Back to the Imperial capital. But you definitely don't have to worry about disliking the Tales games. Those games are not for everybody, and that is probably one of those games where I just say straight up, you know, you're probably not gonna like this game. It is anime to the core, and the stories aren't, you know, fantastic. But the battle systems are pretty good. I'm a fan of the battle system. Oh, look at him go. Okay, Zemroad. Oh. This body? This body? What does that mean? Gotcha. Symphonia wasn't bad. Reminded you of Grandia 2, which you liked. I didn't play Trails in the Sky though. It looks pretty good. I'm right there with you, man. Trails in the Sky is pretty good. I've played a lot of the first one. I stopped playing it because the backtracking though. The backtracking, even in the first one, is extensive. There we go. Like, how am I gonna hit everybody? Go ahead and quake. Zasteria and Basuria was like, am I watching an anime or playing a game? Yeah. So did you say what your second favorite game after Symphonia is? Symphonia and Legend of Dragoon. Those are both tied for my favorite games of all time. Hey, Smicky. What's going on, man? You finished your stream today? How was Fortnite? You still playing Fortnite? I think you're still playing Fortnite. It's popping, man. Hey, come on, Zemroad. You know, we just stroll in, we take down people. You're slacking, man. Call yourself a premier, a general. 6-hour stream? Nice. I'm gonna be rolling on... I'm anticipating a 6+ hour stream today. We'll see. Is that part of the Panzer Dragoon series, or do they just sound the same? No, they're not related at all. Legend of Dragoon came out in '99, I think. And it was a standalone game with no prequels or sequels or anything like that. And it just blew me away. It is the only turn-based RPG where you kind of have like this active time. I've actually made a lot of comparisons of Legend of Dragoon to this game. They have a lot of parallels, and the momentum system in this game is very similar. It's kind of a this has negative connotations, but I'm not saying this in a negative way. But it has like a watered down kind of momentum combat, or Legend of Dragoon combat. So in Lost Sphear, you know, you'll approach an enemy, you'll get ready to attack it, and you'll get your chance to hit a momentum. And in Legend of Dragoon, you know, you select the enemy, you go to attack him, but you have this like combo chain, and you need to, in order to progress the combo, you need to basically hit all the momentums of that combo to finish it. And if you finish it, you get rewarded with, you know, the name of the combo. So, like, for example, the main character, Dart, has a double slash, which is two moves. And you'll have to hit this, like, little reticule square that kind of focuses in at the right time to get the very last attack of double slash. It's cool. I haven't seen any RPGs do that. I mean, it's not very common. Have turn-based RPGs, but ever since then, I don't think I've ever encountered that in an RPG yet. So, cool. He just said watered down flips table. Go beat it? I am gonna beat it, Smiggy. Today's the day, man. I'm gonna pour in as much time as I can to this. Was raiding in World of Warcraft before this, and that was a lot of fun. Sounds like Legend of Legaia. We're not understanding when you say combos. Trying to think of something that would be similar to it. So, if I could describe it in a different way, let's go back to double slash. It has 2 hits. So in order to get the second hit, you need to press like the square button right when the first hit lands, so that you progress that combo to the second hit. If that makes any sense. So if a combo has 5 hits, you know, you need to press square 5 times at the right time for each increment, I guess. I'm not explaining it very well. It's a different feel for combat. Just think of momentum, but you know how you get like a little pop-up that says how many hits you get? Just imagine if your character was actually doing the animations for each one of those hits, and you had the opportunity to momentum every single time. That I think that's an apt description, actually. That works. It's really cool. If you like old school RPGs, I 100% recommend it. Legend of Legaia had combos like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, but it was an RPG. Okay, I don't know if I've heard of that one, to be honest. Do these people know that they're Vorgs? That makes sense. Okay, excellent. I'm explaining things decently, at least. Alright, homeboy is a robot. Does it give you like 5 seconds to hit the button like this game does? It's pretty generous. It does not. It's probably it varies with the combo. They call them additions in Legend of Dragoon. But it varies. There are some of them that are really quick, like Rod Typhoon from Lavitz, and there's another one that's like super quick. What game will you play for 6 hours? Well, I'm anticipating to play this one for about 4 hours, Smiggy. I just got done playing World of Warcraft for streaming World of Warcraft for 2 hours. I was playing it since I got home around 1 o'clock. I was doing some heroic dungeons, did a couple mythic dungeons, and then I got into the Argus raid. We got all the way up to Agrimar at the end. Before I was like, you know, I gotta stream Lost Sphear or else I'm never gonna get to it today. Sounds like something you try out. Thanks for the suggestion. Not a problem, man. I'm more than happy. I need more people to play Legend of Dragoon so that they can bug Square Enix on Twitter and say, where's my prequel, where's my sequel, where's my remake. I need that. I need it. Part confused me. Like, am I supposed to know he was a robot or something? But you didn't either, so I guess not. I didn't know he was a robot until he started saying things like, this body is failing me. But I didn't get that indication from him at all earlier on. I guess his character model would probably is supposed to give you some clues, but I mean, could just be that, you know, he just wears armor on one of his legs. Let me ask you this bit, right? Because I gotta talk to someone else about some of the stuff here. So do you remember when there was a fog that was threatening to envelop Watts? And that's when that one night guy that we just saved in I forget how I pronounced that place, but the place with the second lunar kiln. Do you remember that part of the game? And you know, they were like tripping at that time. They wanted us to hurry up. Grazia. I call it Grazia. But yeah, that place. They wanted us to hurry up and save the world, so we, you know, flew to the floating fortress, and, you know, we handled our business, and we came back. When we came back, it was like that mist didn't even matter anymore, and they didn't, as far as I could tell, they never mentioned why it wasn't a threat anymore. That bugged me. Bugs me to this day. Also, what bugs me, I'm pretty sure we're still enemies of the state. But everybody just forgot about that. Except for Home Chick Slice. Forgetting her name. Galdra. She's a deserter, and she remembers that, at least. Oh, I need to check the percentage. Check it. Still at 80. Missed, do you mean from taking over parts of the land and making them lost? Yeah. There was a part right before we go to Crom's floating castle for the very first time. And like all the NPCs are talking about how the mist is coming, and then like there was this guy in this spot right here where he gets lost, and like right after he saves us from what's his name? Tradius. Monsters are weak. People. But yeah, things were slowly going lost, and the mechanic probably gets lost too. Yes, that is part that I was talking about. You're not dead yet? Come on, man. A lot of experience. 38,000. I guess when Crom trolled you with the fake credits thing, things stopped getting lost. Not too sure. Can't hit him though. Let this and set soon and make your head hurt. I'm right there with you. There's plot holes aplenty. That heals for so much. I don't know what I did to deserve that much healing. Yeah, that's fine. One thing that I actually didn't get to mention about what I liked about this game was the artifact system as well. There's kind of layers upon layers of customization in this game, and I actually like that a lot. There's, you know, the Sprite Knight spells or abilities, and then you add more customization to them for momentum attacks, and then you can add artifacts on top of that to basically even further change the dynamics of what your abilities do, or how you use them. And then they got like the counter Sprite Knights, which I still believe are absolutely worthless. Yeah, let's go, Galdra. Soldiers are weak. Totally agree. Artifacts you absolutely love. Between that and Sprite Knight Momentum, you can have anything you want in this game. Absolutely. There's plenty of customization. And the great part about that as well is that the customization doesn't even stop there necessarily, because with the little bonus effects that you can add on to Momentum, those cap out at 4, and you can start adding more stuff to that. So you can give an attack something that reduces, you know, their physical attack bonus or whatever, and then later on down the line, you can give them something that reduces their defense, and so now you're reducing their attack and their defense. In addition to, you know, doing damage and other stuff. It's fantastic. Didn't we fight one of these? Where did I fight one of these? This was that enemy that did that like interceptor ability. Whenever I attacked it, it would hit me twice for like 30 damage. Ancient Warrior? Happiness. Something else gets added too much. Don't think you can do yet. I don't want to say. Oh. You can customize more stuff? Really? Do you have Kanata using Counter Sprite Knight? And if you do you know how they work? Because I was talking about this yesterday. I don't know if they automatically activate if you have 2 momentum, or if you have to spend 2 momentum to trigger them when their trigger occurs. What? He just walked out right there. He just let all these guys walk inside, man. Unbelievable. Okay. Can I even target that guy? Interesting. So that enemy's not even in the fight. Very, very interesting. So then how am I... Here we go. Let's pop one of those. Accelerate. There we go. Works. I think you threw a protect counter, and they should automatically occur once you accumulate X amount of momentum charge or whatever it is. Oh, hey, don't take my word for it. I barely know what I'm doing. It's fine, man. I don't even know how they work. It just doesn't seem like I can get them to operate the way I want them to. Oh, really? We're gonna have back-to-back encounters. We'll start with an air blast. Can I get them both in it, though? Doesn't look like it. Oh, there it is. Going for the slow. I didn't see if I got it.
狙ったものは逃がさない。これが未来を紡ぐ希望の力だ。アーティファクトの恩恵か。私に任せろ。
That's right, these guys don't take any damage from magic. So we'll just run over here and quake. You definitely recommend GameFAQs PS4 forums for this? Lots of good oops, that's not what I want to do. Lots of good info, and they make sure to mark stuff with spoilers beforehand. I was on those forums yesterday because of the area, the fade area, or whatever they call it. I didn't want to look for that fader. With 20 million years.
戦いとは無慈悲なものだ。神速に貫くイカズチ。
無事だな。
Two people working on a Google spreadsheet together so you can get all the items and info documented. Really? This game is getting that much attention? I have a really bad feeling though that this game is the soldier just walked through van. That this game is not going to perform the way Square Enix and Tokyo RPG Factory want to, and that it's probably going to be the death knell. I don't see this game selling that well. The word of mouth for it hasn't been very good either. Zemrod is dead, eh? Really, he's that toe up? There's no dead bodies anywhere around here. Why is that guy named Ancient Warrior? Well, first, actually, that's the first NPC that doesn't have a name that I've encountered thus far. And second, why is his name Ancient Warrior? I don't get that. It was actually being talked about on the GameFAQ forums too. People are saying that this game might be Tokyo RPG's last. Not sure yourself, you hope not, but the price point for this game is pretty steep. I 100% agree. 100% agree. I completely understand the business and the psychology of needing to place this game as a $50 or $60 game. You know, in today's market, if you don't price your game at a certain point, it almost seems like you're marketing your game poorly, which is such a weird thing that consumers are doing, the non-indie games. And then, you know, to the reverse with indie games, if they price them too high, they rage, blah blah blah. But for this game, I definitely could not recommend it for $50 to anybody, even if you thought that this game would be your jam. I would say wait until it goes on sale for 15, 20 bucks. You think you paying $50 for the physical was appropriate? But you should be able to get it digitally for $35. I don't... More than likely, that'll never be a thing. Well, actually, I guess it could be a thing if you avoid the retailers, which this game did do. I guess that is something that they could have done for this game. I think $35 is a little steep for me. So far. But regardless of the price point, I definitely recommend that you wait to go for it wait for it to go on sale. And then once it's on sale, you then, make the decision. Is this game really gonna give me the satisfaction of what I want from an RPG? Anything about that? It did avoid the retailers. Yeah, if it didn't, if it was sold in stores, there's no way they could separate the price points like that because retailers get pissed. The winger has been fortified. You can now fly to the moon by pressing the square button when in the winger. Okay. Oh. Still at 80%. What's going on? Alright, can I activate more artifacts? See if I can find one. Here we go. Then go to the moon in a second here. I want to check out what some of these new ones do. All things. With 3 momentum charge in a Volko suit, activating the skill's momentum triggers a skill twice. Create oh my gosh. That is insane. That is so good. I don't use Volko suits that often, but holy moly. Fairy Wind. Attack damage of the next attack increases increases the more consecutive hits taken. I don't like that. Mechyard. The VP cost of Volko suit functions is reduced. That's pretty good. Probably gonna go with that one. Deus dies. Skills can be used during cooldown, but ho ho ho, where do I get that? Where the heck are waste toads? I need this ability. Jesus. If momentum mode is activated when not in a Volko suit, VP is recovered. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. The more cooldown timer the party has left, the more attack power used for attacks. Sounds okay. Alright, let's get that Mechyard. Dude, the Square Enix store was a mess, and they were morphing Square members into Square Enix store, which made it even a bigger cluster. Have you saved lately? Probably not. I haven't saved since I fought those enemies, so let's save. Right before we go to the moon. Assuming you have library. Pretty sure I have library. We'll double check on this. Library, yep, right there. Yeah, that one, that's so godlike. I'll go through the ones that I have. So I just snatched up Mechyard. I got 3 devotions, which is what is carrying me through battles right now. Or right, no, not devotions. I guess I'll get to the one that's carrying me through battles, but this one. I picked this up just because I didn't have anything else to do. This one I just have just because I don't even know what this one does. This one I got because it's just obnoxious to go in. It's just obnoxious to swap into your Volko suit and then not be able to have your turn. That one is just because. That one's just because. Actually, I need to get rid of that one. Where is that? Grand Rune. That one's only local. That is horrible. That is horrible. Library time wastes. I should probably get rid of this one too. This one's only 5%. I guess it's not that bad. Mysticism. There's one. Where's the one? There's one where. Oh, this one right here. Soul Altar. This one is probably the best one that I have. The more momentum kills the machine kills, the more HP, MP, VP restored after battle. This just lets me go from fight to fight, spending all the mana that I want. It's so nice. So nice. There's one that guarantees a hit, no misses. Can't think of the name though. You have that one? I'm pretty sure I don't have that one. I need to go swap out this, that one that was hot garbage though. Let's use it again. Where was it? The local. Need to get rid of Harvest too. Where is it? Local. This one. Because you have Soul Altar stacked 3 times, infinite VP MP, right there with you, man. So good. One where you cannot miss. Pretty sure I don't have that one. I like Pyramid, but the problem is the reduction of MP. I think it is 10 or 20%, and it's just not good enough. Crits is not worth, or losing crits is not worth the 20% reduction. Oh, it's this one, Certainty. I need Mountain Memories. You know what? I wanted this one. I just didn't have the memories for it. But this one's actually kind of dangerous because one of the things that I actually don't like about artifacts is a lot of them, if not all of them, in some form or another, affect the enemies as well. And I don't know if I want all of the enemies attacking me with 100% hit chance. If my people miss, it sucks, but it's not that big of a deal. But if the enemy misses me, that's a big deal. So losing that RNG is I'm not sure if I want the trade-off. Still at 80%. I think it means you always hit, not that the enemy misses you. Well, I meant in the sense of it's the artifact basically says, you know, you're never gonna miss, and that's godlike for you know the party basically. Never missing an attack that the party does is incredible. But a lot of the artifacts also affect the enemies as well. And so with that in mind, it's, you know, yes, I will never miss my attacks, but you know, the boss monsters will also never miss their attacks. Is it worth giving up the the random chance that the boss would miss you with an attack for you to always hit. And yes, I not all of them do, because some of them specifically reference abilities that I don't think monsters have, such as momentum and probably vocal suits. But yeah, I've ran into some fights where some enemies started triggering some of my artifact abilities, and I was like, this is not happening. I'm turning those things off, which is why I'm not using some of the really good ones at the very bottom of the tree, that, you know, like consecutive hits grant more attack power, yada yada. I at least know that I have monsters miss me, but then again, I run Deonta's evasion a lot. I don't think one of the things that I needed to do in this game is grind memories. The only time that I did that was for the mine memory. And I don't remember what I spent those on. It might have been the soul walk. Or the soul altar or whatever. I do want certainty. That one was on my list. Love that this game makes grinding not awful by telling you what enemies drop it, and then you can go check the bestiary where that enemy is. I forgot that this game actually has a bestiary. There's a lot of helpful information in there, actually. There was a game that I played recently that didn't have that information. What was that? I really wanted that information. Oh, it was Xenoblade Chronicles. It was. Swarm of Darkness. Take advantage of that monster memory. I'm in there all the time, or you're in there all the time. I've gone in a couple of times. I just keep forgetting that it's there. Only recently have I actually been going into the area where it shows like game progress and whatnot more consistently after I got trolled by the credits. These are interesting. So you guys are going to take increased damage from that. Actually, I can air blast first. Wait, hit. Yeah. Hey, get poisoned. Oh my gosh. Works. We'll accelerate. I don't remember what element what's her face's weapon is. This is obnoxious. Stop moving, man. Dang it. Oh, just dang. Alright, what are you guys weak against? Lightning. I can't see their HP or anything. As a matter of fact, I bet you I'm not getting any artifact bonuses right now. If that's the case, that is bad. Because I'm just spending mana willy-nilly. This dude just summoned another one? Are you kidding me? You dead yet? Maybe. You're getting us around. Air blast this one. Alright, we got confusion on both of those guys. And another dude. Really want to do this. Artifact world, so yeah, get ready for that fun. It happened in the Fade area, and that was just infuriating to deal with. Now I gotta deal with it on the moon. I heavily rely on my artifacts. I mean, and that kind of brings me back to counter Sprite Knight. Like, counter Sprite Knight just completely go against the function of what they're supposed to be. Man, there we go. There we go. Wait, what? No, I'm probably gonna hit 4 if I position that better. Jesus, how many of these things I'm gonna have to fight? We're getting bodied over there. Time for a shine. You should be dead. But you're not dead. Tied. Shining Force. I don't think I've actually played a Shining Force game. I'm trying to recall. Games. It was so obnoxious. Trying to recall that game in its entirety. I think it's a lot like Secret of Mana. Oh, I need to. Can we open please? Alrighty. Let me get. Alright. There we go. Oh, that was the move they used with Kanata users. Does sound like a game, though. It is a game. There's definitely a game out there called Shining Force. I could not tell you what that game is about, though, because I have no idea. Speaking of, I know, I'm gonna get that Mana remake. I don't know, actually. I was looking at that game, and I don't know. I don't know, man. I was checking it out. The problem I have with Secret of Mana and other games that have a similar combat system is that I don't necessarily like that kind of combat system. I mean, it's not quite like Zelda, and I don't know what it's supposed to be like entirely, but it's. I guess I don't like the hack and slash. Here we freaking go. He's gonna summon more dudes. Wait for this guy to spawn. Alright, you're not gonna show it. Oh, we need to heal. We got a guy at 7 hit points. There's no I don't know. There's only do. I'm keeping an eye on the I'm keeping an eye on the game. But I just don't know, man. I'm not sure. Not sure if I'll like combat. I think I need to go this side. There we go. Alright, oh, he lost his... Oh, okay, we're about to die here. Maybe I should stop clumping up. That might be helpful. Hey, just summon more dudes. Summon more dudes. Alright, I missed. A good start. Hey, the confusion. Didn't work. So what we'll do here... Oh, you're dead. Let's use one of these on you. One of these on him. Try to survive. Confusion. Alright, man is dead. This is beyond ridiculous. Oh, if that would have hit, it would have been over. Alright, let's get everybody back up to full HP. Okay, that was pretty weak, actually. Phoenix Tears, you. Pray you don't die. It's this Dark Eddy. Alright, you're dead to that Dark Eddy. Alright, well, this is a game over. This is 100% a game over. And there it is. Captain, we're sinking. Absolutely. That was just not cool. It's just not cool. I think I have to go replace some artifacts too. I'm just not going to do. I'm gonna go to them. It's my 4th or 5th death in this game. It's actually my first time not dying to a boss. I blame it all entirely on not having my artifacts. I'd be fine if I had artifacts. Like, I can't even swap into vocal suits right now because it would just be detrimental. How did that not hit the other guy? I'm pretty sure I saw him highlighted. Poison. Lightning. Hey, thanks for the follow, Bitrate. Appreciate that. Keeping that steady grind. Hey, the confusion. Oh, and he died for some reason. Thanks for stopping by, Bitrate. I appreciate it. You have a good night too. Happy weekend. Absolutely excited. Gonna be good. Oh, I got a dragon coat out of that one. Okay, so we're gonna try this again. Hopefully we don't get wrecked like last time. Okay. Holy force this one. I'm not dead. Accelerate. Maybe I need to swap out Van. Get back face. Zelda.
俺も行くぞ。
やれる。
Alright, you're out of MP. Give you an
アイテムで
ether.
回復ね。
いける。
Go ahead and go with the shining. Welcome back,
天の
Smiggy.
力を思い知れ。
I died.
助かって。
やれる。
This is the newest development.
この調子で行くぞ。
動きについてくれる。
魔法には自信があっ
Boss?
て。
Not really. It's just kind of like these weird trash mobs. They summon
全力全開
they
で
summon enemies, and they also take my turns
愚
away,
かなことだ。
and they do AOE damage. And this fight that's coming up right here, this is where I died. There was 5 of them, and by the time the fight was over, there was probably like
聞かないよ。
10 or 12 of them on the screen.
行くよ。
Alright, so we'll probably do this and then ether.
動きについてくれる。やれる。アイテムで回復ね。
いける。
Alright, we're gonna save the shining force. Let's guardian.
援護に回る。
ありがとう。
Line up and accelerate here.
食らい尽くせ。
Alright, 3 confusions.
私に任せろ。
大丈夫。
Quake.
おいても魔力では負けぬ。
Hey.
行くよ。
Yep, bodied.
純粋なる力の態度。
I had to miss that last.
あるな。
Okay. Guardian's doing work actually. Go around this way. Come on, I want to hit both of them.
動きについてくれる。
Are those Draco Dragons you're
僕
fighting?
の番だね。
Oh my gosh. What are you doing,
救
Smitty?
急を
Oh,
もたらせ父。
kind of name drop like that, man.
なかなかの手並みだ。
愚かなことだ。
続い
I
て
should
ガ
have
ンガン
waited.
行くわよ。
うよ、借り取れ。
Oh my gosh, I should have waited. And here it's starting again. Let's just summon a bunch of other dragons. Okay, is Hermit a... Go dark.
闇に飲まれるがいい。
I didn't hit for anything. I think I'm gonna replace
僕の番だ
that.
ね。万物に宿る八百万の力よ。
まだ
でやれる。
続いてガンガン行くわよ。いっと
In the hollow.
うつろな魂。熱せよ。
これくらい。
行くよ。
行くぞ。
行
やるな。
Accelerate.
僕も続くよ。
抵抗は無駄だ。
And Van used to do big damage. Not so much.
なかなかの手に。
いける。すべてを切り刻む。
Oh my gosh, I beat it.
勝ててよかったよ。
Yeah! I thought I saw a spider on the wall. Thought I saw a spider on my shirt. Just remember, I'm still at 80% story content. Somehow there's going to be 20% more. Somehow, some way, somewhere. I don't know where it's going to be coming from. I got that vacuum, man. It's right there. Gotta power it on. Ready. It's 9:30. Approximately 2.5 more hours. Approximately. Use bots for the stream? I do. Specifically one bot. I have a Mordram bot, which is Phantom bot, basically. And it does a lot of really cool stuff. Keeps track of followers, subscribers, bits, donations. It has like these games on it. I mean, I can do all kinds of crazy stuff. Nightbot is very dumb and screws up the song requests, as you saw. I actually started off using Nightbot, and I just wasn't getting what I wanted out of Nightbot, so I swapped. You need anything for song requests? There's probably a bot out there that's specifically for song requests that you could use. I wouldn't be surprised if Phantom Bot has song requests stuff on it. Let's find out. Audio? Yeah, apparently it has giveaways as well. Man. Maybe it doesn't have song requests. I don't see anything about it that immediately comes to mind. Heard about Moobot? I've heard about that one too. There's quite a few people who are all about that Moobot. What about over here? Ooh, Deonto gonna sacrifice himself? seeing a song request. There's a YouTube player here for audio. I don't know what it does. There's Moobot, there's Ankbot or Ankbot. There's tons of bots out there. The one negative thing that I could say about Phantom Bot is you need to have a command prompt window open for it to basically run. Whereas like Nightbot, for example, you could just have a tab open on, you know, your internet browser, and that's really nice. But I've gotten used to Phantom Bot. It's nice. I dig it. It does everything I want it to. Alright, I'm gonna check out the percentages as soon as this conversation's over. If we're still at 80%, I'm gonna be worried. This is not what I would expect the moon to look like. Interestingly enough. Reading something now and it says Moobot and Ankbot. Might have to try it. Give it a shot, man. Find out which bot works best for you. And I basically did the same thing who knows how long ago. Just ran through what Nightbot did until I was like, see what else is out there. And after a little bit of research, came across Phantom Bot and I was like, sounds pretty good. I've been using it ever since. Okay, the Ravine of Memories has been unlocked. Go to Fade Valley to try your hand at new dungeons. Beat the monsters in these dungeons to obtain weapons and armor with enhanced effects. And transfer these enhanced effects to other weapons and armor by using effect transfer at blacksmiths or bazaars. Check the tips for more information on new dungeons and effect transfer. Interesting. Save.